Bill in Springfield, Illinois writes to me, I have been an audiophile chasing the absolute sound for over 50 years. Sounds like me. I met Arnie at the CES in Chicago when the IRS was first introduced. Wow. I've owned several electrostatics, the Magnepan 3 series, several of those, and used to listen to Apogee duettas driven by Krell every weekend at the Audio Boutique in Champaign, Illinois, when I was in college years ago. I've heard almost every high-end speaker ever built except for yours. To my ears, the Infinity EMIT tweeter is the most detailed and accurate tweeter ever created. Better than ribbons, domes, electrostatics, and the now ever-present AMTs. My question is, why do more manufacturers not use it? Is it because of patents? Well, let's talk about what an EMIT is. An EMIT was electromagnetic induction tweeter, if I remember correct, and he had EMIMs, the same thing but mid-range. Those are called planar speakers. The EMITs and the EMIMs were planars, and you don't see planars very often. You do see those in our speakers. Our tweeters are planar tweeters. Our mid-ranges are planar mid-ranges. And I have been a fan, as you know, of Arnie's work for, how many years up until his passing. He and I were partners in business, for goodness sake. And I love planar drivers. Chris Brunhaver, who designs all of our speakers, he feels the same way as I do about planars. They are the best there is. And, excuse me, that's why we use them. But they are rare. And so let me explain, because you mentioned electrostats and ribbons and all of that stuff. So a planar driver essentially has magnets front and back and a thin membrane of plastic of some kind, very, very thin, with a voice coil etched onto that thin plastic membrane. The voice coil usually made out of aluminum to keep it light. And when you put a electrical signal into that voice coil of this flat planar driver, it moves back and forth symmetrically in response to the magnets, the permanent magnets on the outside. If you look at an EMIM, that's the easiest way to see it. The EMIMs of Infinity had little, like a grating in the front and in the back, if you have a chance to see it. Just Google Infinity EMIM, E-M-I-M, and you'll see those. Now those gratings were magnets, neodymium permanent magnets, front and back. If you go and you look at a PS Audio Aspen driver, you'll see the same thing. There's magnets front and back and the planar driver transducer in the middle. So yeah, I agree with you. It is the best of both worlds. They, like an electrostat, it is lighter than the air it is driving, so the transient response is amazing. There's literally no mass to have to get started and stopped. And that's the beauty of an electrostat. It can move so quickly in response to a signal. Same with a planar. A ribbon, same with a ribbon. But those all have other problems that a planar solves. So I agree with you, man. Planars are the way to go. You just need to know what to call them. You called them EMITs, but they were planars, and that's what they are still. All right. Hope that helps. Thanks.